All right. Well, welcome, y'all. It's your girl, Queen A. Welcome to Slapping with Truth. Y'all know I don't bring nothing but the best of the best on here. That's right. And today I have a lovely guest for anybody who has ever felt down. If you ever thought you was in a rough place, let me tell you the guest I have today. He
Me
has
too.
been in a rough place and he has overcame his challenges and he is doing so much for the community right now. So I'm gonna let him introduce himself, tell y'all where he's from, and a little bit about what he has going on before we get into everything else. So without further ado, let me give it over to Mr. James Sessoms. How you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Enjoying this beautiful day the Lord has made, and just happy to be out here to be able to just do what I got to do for.
I'm glad. I'm grateful. So tell us where you from and a little bit about yourself.
I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Born and raised Lafayette Gardens Projects, better known as LG. Um, has a lot of us from the inner city. Been through a lot of trials and tribulations growing up. Mother, sister passing, going to jail, family raising me, and just going through trials and tribulations, having a kid at a young age. Then, like I said, just being taken away from her by the federal system, going in there and just having to deal with that hardship right there, not knowing the law, not knowing your friends, not knowing the enemy, which is the people the government, and thinking that I can't say they're enemy because it's all about how
it's
you
all about how you
work it.
work it.
Yeah.
You can still see me,
You
McQueen?
still see me, Queen?
Yes, I can see you now. I think you still logged in on the other one. Hold on
Oh,
one more.
oh, I got you.
There you go.
Yeah. So just like I
So
said, going through them trials and tribulations while in there, then getting an astronomical amount of time, but fighting, biting, scratching to get back to society. And God gave me a second chance at the title. So out here, like you said earlier, doing the good work, doing a lot of community-based work, giving back a different way from so many people that helped me on my way. So just paying it forward really out here and praying that a lot of these young women and young men out here don't go through the same trials and tribulations I had to go through. So I just turned my test to testimony and just be able to just let y'all know what was hitting for on the other side, so y'all don't have to go over there. And that's
yeah.
slapping you with the whole truth, not the truth.
Hey,
So help me
no, we
God.
don't. Oh no. So I gotta ask you for the young, especially for the men out there, right? So I want you to
Uh-huh.
let's go before you even went to prison. Before that, I want to talk about what was your mind frame that you had that you think probably led up to you even going to prison. So tell us about some of the mind, like some of the things that maybe you believed then that you don't believe now, or some of the things that you mind says, just some of the things that was going through your mind that.
Well, the main mindset is that back then we idolized the people that was hustling and doing, well, mainly the drug dealers in my neighborhood, the drug dealers, because you more see them in front of your building. They looking all flashing. They got the jewelry. They got the cars. The girls is around them. They got the bank rolls of money. So that's the people you idolize growing up in the city because you see them every day coming in and out the building. You go in the store. Your family might be struggling. So you see them and they, hey, take this dollar, take this five, and that lead to you grabbing a pack or wanting to be like them and do, you know what I mean? So that's the mind frame. Like you idolize the person that you shouldn't idolize. You know what I mean? Whereas your mother, your father, or whoever, you see them working hard, you see them coming home, going in the house, and it look like they living a boring life, but they really living their life because they promise they not putting their life under jeopardy every day. You know what I mean? They plant seeds for a better future, and we don't realize that because now you was there for the moment, whatever, how long God let you be out there to do what you got to do until, unfortunately, more than likely something happened. But them people still live. So me, I was going for 17 years. I had 42 years. So imagine me just being going for 42 years out of my family life for nothing that's not worth it. No benefits, no 401k, no, you know what I mean? Nothing that's really saying is worth doing what you're doing out there for your block or your hood or your gang or whoever, because most of it ain't worth it. Or none of it's worth it really just for the people that really raise you, and you might go to these other entities, I could say, to think you're getting validated, like, oh, now I feel accepted, whether it's, like I said, selling drugs, robbing, or doing whatever you think is good for the moment. But the moments don't last too long. And like I said, unfortunately for me, I had to go through them long moments inside them cold cells on that hard bed, my stomach growling, and I got people on the door dictating my life. And that was a hard thing to deal with. And I used to be in there with all that time I had, went to trial, lost trial. And I never let it steal my joy because, like I said, I'm over God driven and faith driven, whatever. So I used to always just be in there and like still be uplifted. Certain days, be down, but most of the time, always uplifting myself and others around me. And that's how, like I said, me planting them good seeds and doing what I had to do in there the right way, and not getting in trouble, leaving the gang culture alone, leaving, just staying positive and just surrounding myself by positivity and just learning, fighting to get out of there and knowing how to just separate yourself from a lot of the BS that goes on in there. And that's how I'm out here to where, like I said, to correlate what I was doing in there, out here helping people, building bridges. I work with the at-risk youth in the Fort Greene and Farragut community over in Brooklyn, downtown Brooklyn area. I even help people. I help people all communities. That's just my day job, but I work with different nonprofit organizations. My other partner, Uncle Chase Foundation, that's the main one I work with. That's my partner. We got a lot of we do a lot of giveaways in all communities everywhere in the tri-state area. We do concerts, we do events. We had Winter Wonderland. You can look at my page, Doc_Legend or Uncle Chase Foundation. We do great events all over, just spreading love and just giving back. And now we're trying to do it more through the resources now for the upcoming year where we train you with incentive-based programs. We're trying to get that
Hold on,
going
before we
on.
get into that, before we get into
All
what
right,
you're doing
I'm,
for
I'm
the
just,
community.
I'm
Hold
just,
on,
this is
that's okay.
over.
I'm like, nah, we gonna get into that. I want to
All
let's
right,
stay.
all
I
right.
want to stay right here. So you said something earlier that I want to talk about. I want you to tell us about the friend word because you said friends, and I think a lot of us, include me, I've been there, and I had to learn what that friend word really means. But tell us about what you think it means versus what people, what most of
I
society think it
mean,
means.
everybody go through different things, so I can't just talk about everybody, but in general, it's like, when you're young, you think this
What
person gonna
does
be
it
your
mean for
friend.
you? For you, what does
I mean,
friend mean?
it means being loyal, no days off, like good or bad, you there for a person, and then like when it's good, oh, that's my people. Then when it's bad, oh, nah, he did that. Or I ain't effing with dude or talking bad about you behind your back. So it's really like a person that throw you love in the room that you ain't not even in. You know what I mean? Just always give you your praise and give you your flowers while you're here, and really genuinely got love for you. Because there'd be a lot of fake love out here, a lot of Instagram love, a lot of um there's a lot of love where it's not genuine, and sometimes you got to go through trials and tribulations to really realize it, especially now where it's like it's a lot of oversaturated stuff going on out here. Because anybody could be a hustler, anybody could be a scam, anybody could be this. So it's like you don't know who's who because everybody want to be this facade like it's all good. But when them cuffs get on you, it's a whole different story. Or somebody run down and you try to rob you, like, yeah, where's Stash at? Or the girl that you think is cool, beautiful, she lining you up the whole time to get her boyfriend out of jail on the Rule 35. So it's like it's just so many tangible things out here that you got to worry about in society where it ain't worth doing nothing stupid for real, for real. It's just like I said, this, and then tomorrow ain't promised. So many people getting killed. Thank God this week we had Peace Week this week with Erica Ford, my foundation Switching Lifestyle. We went over there to the city and we saw our Peace Week. It was a 5 days with no killing, no shootings in New York City. That was a great thing for us to be a part of doing CMS work out here. But it's still a lot of work to be done.
Right.
No days off, really, because we so far behind mentally with these kids and these algorithms and worried about the wrong thing and caring about the wrong thing and getting caught up in the wrong thing where it's like it's a whole lot of good things going on out here. It's a lot of money out here. It's a big world, you know what I mean? Like some people just so used to their four corners of their neighborhood, just go travel and come back. But it's like, if I got drama over here, if it's that bad, if I can't make the money I know I can make, why can't I just go to Long Island, Staten Island, Atlanta, California? I don't want to go to Rikers Island. That's one thing I don't want to go to Rikers Island. And
The
that's the
only
slapping
alley you
with the
probably don't want to go to,
truth. Any other islands of a Rikers Island or the feds, or you know what I mean? Just so many things out here. They building jails crazy. Trump out here wild, and he's smacking it with the truth for real.
Hey, for real. Hey, for real. He's slapping them with some real truth that a lot of people weren't ready for. So when you went, so before you went to jail with the framework, that you described, a lot of people feel, especially young men and young women that's out here wilding now, a lot of people feel like, when they go to prison or go to jail, do you feel like a lot of people that you thought were friends was there for you when you went there?
I mean, it was some people that was there for me. But at the end of the day, you don't depend on nobody but yourself, because you really in there by yourself as you against the United States government. So it's like, no matter who all them other people, they got their own family, their own situation they got to deal with. So you can't depend on that though. So, but it's the main thing I'm trying to tell them now is like, you don't want to put yourself in a situation to depend on them or whoever. You know what I mean? Because mentally you are not prepared for that. That law is different. They may, and each state got a different law. It's so much tangible with the federal law. It's scary though. You know what I mean? That word allegedly and that word conspiracy will take you under the jail. You know what I mean? And you don't know. You know what I mean? And it's like you can't put your life in somebody else's hand. That's the main thing. So if I'm in a call with Tommy and he going to go do something, you got the options, you know what I mean, to get out the car, do whatever, but you just got to know what you're up against, because Tommy might be a killer today, but might be a snitch tomorrow, you know what I mean? You just don't never know. So it's like, and he could kill 20 people. You kill one person, they'll let him go home because he done snitched about all the 20 people he killed, and you got that one person you killed, and now you locked up, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's crazy. I done seen so many different things going on. I said right now, trying to help my friend Tyrone Hunter come home. He had a situation just like that where something happened in the 80s. He came home, did a Fed time, changed his life. He the one that invented the bike and sock. And he came home like, I'm on this, I'm doing this. His friends wanted to be gangbangers and do a lot of stupid stuff, and they get locked up. And then they talk about something he did back in the 80s when he locked up now for life, and now they home because they cooperated. But they had over 10 murders apiece. And he only was allegedly to be around one. So just being around people like that in there, they still in there. And he the one that, beyond what you mentioned me, like I was a knucklehead. That's why I'm here right now with you, Twin A, because I was a at-risk youth. I was the person that was in there, didn't know nothing. And the old head pulled me up one day because I used to be playing poker all the time. I worked in the kitchen. So I'm always doing stuff just to keep my mind going, because I'm really like, I got 42 years in jail. I got to make some money. I got to hustle or whatever. And then, you got to do your thing. You gangbang, you out there. And he came in there in that whole situation. Like I said, he did a fair bit before, came home, changed his life. And the people that was gangbanging got him back in jail. So he was really bitter about gangbanging. And, at that time in the early 2000s, that's all a lot of people in New York City knew. They thought their gang was the best gang in the world. You couldn't tell them nothing. And there, it's like you got the Crips, the Bloods, the MS-13. So it's a whole lot of. But when them dudes did that to my big bro, and he came in and told us the truth, showed us the pictures of him, how he grinded with the bike and sock and built it to this and did this. And then he just seeing us just really just wasting our life because we gambling, we arguing, we fighting, we doing a lot of stuff that young minded people do. And he called me 1,000 MFers. You little mother, you gotta get your and just why you out here, boy? Man, you make you feel so small, but at the same time planting a seed in your head, like, yo, this is more important than the gambling and this in the kitchen. Like, go in your cell, lock in, get through your legal work, write everything out. And that helped me out I planted the seed, and through the years, it just was building to now something beautiful happened where the judge said, I see all you've been through, Mr. Sessoms. Like, you deserve to be home. Not next week, not next month, not next year. Go home today to your family before 3 o'clock count. And That's how the
Mm.
blessing started right there.
Well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about it. So now because you walked into my next question anyway. I want to know, tell people because I feel like you are like a blessing walking. So, but I'm gonna let you tell people, right? But I want you to tell people what you was sentenced to, right? And what you end up walking out afterward. Like what,
I,
like what you were sentenced to, and then after, like how much did you actually do thanks to the Father? But
and
I'm
the
gonna let you
feds,
tell.
they go by months. So I was sentenced to 420 months.
Mhm.
So you hear that, you like, we ain't no good mathematicians growing up in the hood. We like, months. So I got back in that bullpen. I said, well, I had 42 years. My first felony, and mind you, I didn't get caught with nothing on me or nothing. It just
Mhm.
people, my so-called friends cooperated against me. It said I gave them a gun to go do something, and they said I had a gun to hold down my drug territory. Now the crazy thing is, no gun got discovered. The robbery they said I didn't happen, and it actually happened. The one they said happened in a whole other state that didn't even had nothing to do with New York City. So it was like a lot of stuff where I'm going in, and like I said, I'm just young and dumb. But lawyer they gave me named Gregory Cooper. You could Google his name. He was under investigation by the prosecutor's office the whole time before I was a trial and during my trial. Thank God for me. And like I said, the big homies that used to help me in there, it was so many of them, like I said, so many of them that I should write the letters to Judge Your Honor. I don't get no legal mail. My lawyer never talked to me. I don't know what's going on in my case. Can I get a new lawyer? So I was just really playing seeds because with ineffective is kind of like, yo, he ain't never seen me no legal mail, so I don't know what I'm against. I don't know what's going on. So, like I said, planting them seeds. Then fast forward, um, years later, a friend of mine, I learned about Google. So my friend Googled the lawyer name, and that's when I see all the stuff come up with Gregory Cooper, how he sold people out before, like before my trial, during my trial. So mind you, this is information that they supposed to tell me because I'm the person in jail. So I'm like,
Right.
how you give me a lawyer that's under investigation? I'm under investigation, and he represent me, and I swear to God, Queen, he never sent me that one legal mail my whole time was in there. Never gave me my discovery material, which is really all the information they have against you. So it was like I was really going to battle with no type of weapon. So I went to trial, lost trial, and that's when, like I said, I found the Google thing. So now I'm like, I see this on my friend showing me about Google, and I'm shaking. I'm like, oh God, like this all the stuff I said he was doing to me, he was doing not only to me, to like 5 other people in different cases or whatever. And then I'm like, they didn't tell me about it. I'm thinking I'm going home tomorrow. That was when I was in jail probably like 5, 7 years because I was in there fighting. Once I found out about it, I was fighting. The court like, yo, this information y'all withheld from me. So I had to go get a whole new lawyer.
Wow.
But that's one thing I can say in that system. Everything is a process. Ain't nothing happens overnight. You just gotta fight, scratch, kick, and do whatever you gotta do to get out them
So
doors.
even so, I don't mean to interrupt you, but even when you find out something is wrong, right? And like in there, like, hey, hold on, I didn't know this. So I just want people to understand. For people that think that this is a like an overnight thing, it's still a process even after that. So it's not like when you find out, they're gonna be like, oh, you know what, you're right, you're going home tomorrow.
And not exactly. It's not easy at all. It's a whole process. And then mind you, I got let out on compassionate release. So it ain't like I really had went through a whole court proceeding. But that's how they blessed me though, because it's like they know they did a whole lot of BS. I had got a new lawyer, got a new judge, and then the main thing, me taking programs like some similar to the one I work with right now. But this program was in jail called the Focus Forward program, where they had a book. They let us read a book called A Long Way Gone, and we just seeing how the book correlate with our life. But off that book, we just had different subjects that we talked about from that book. But at the same time, that was the first time they ever had it in MDC Brooklyn. So me knowing how to bring people together, a lot of people in the unit, like I said, we in one unit, we all stressed out, visit, the phone, your baby, your money, your gambling. So I brought some people with the same mind frame in mind. We went and we got the people from the program that let us come in there and we did the program. It was a successful program, very successful. And off of that, I just started doing, like I said, you just got to know how to take people's mind away from all the hardship out there. So I was in there, I was doing that. I was the first one ever. Me and my man Ro Lucky from Marcy Projects, we won the championship in MDC Brooklyn. We went through the whole jail, every floor, and that's something they don't do because it's like a lockdown jail because so many people separate from each other, guys get separated from each other. But we was able to go through the whole jail, play basketball, like different events where giving people incentive, giving people stuff that they might need, moving. Like I said, just connecting inside the jail, just to plant these seeds in there and let people know, like, it ain't over. You can still have fun. You can still do things, but at the same time, you gotta fight for your freedom or whatever. And you got like-minded great men around you that want you to help you do things. Just maybe you want to digress and take your mind off for things for a little while. We can have this event over here. We can put this card game. We could play this basketball tournament, dominoes, chess, like a lot of different things. So like I just use that to come out here and just do the same thing now.
I love it. And
God
one
is
thing I
great.
heard you say is that the program in there that helped you, and I'm glad you said that because that's one of the things that I really want to work for is getting a lot of mindset programs, positive programs in these institutions because they need them, right? So I want you
Yes.
to talk about how different do you would think it would have been, or how much longer do you think it would have been for you to come home without that program that they offered in there? Do you think it would have been a different process, or you think you would have been
No,
home?
no.
Or
I
just talk
mean,
about it a little bit.
I give God the glory. So I know He really got me out here for a reason. But I know the program was like a way for just for you to unwind, and it definitely helped me out a lot because the judge, I swear to God, the judge said, all my judge was like 89 years old, Judge Block. He said, out of all my years in jail, on the judge shit, I never read a letter like highlighting a person that this person don't even know really like that. Cause like I said, I just stayed in touch with these people. And I did the program years ago. I swear to God, Queen Abe was so crazy. I was coming down, losing my pill, coming down, losing my pill. But still in there. Then this was during COVID time. So a lot of people in my jail was getting compassion release.
Mm.
But at the same time, my lawyer's like, well, see, they shot this down, but we're gonna try this. Came down, and like I said, I was back in the jail, it's COVID time. So, and this is even worse. So, COVID time, that which was like 18 months in jail, where they had us locked down for most of the time. My unit was fortunate because we didn't catch COVID. My whole unit didn't catch COVID for the first one. So, all other 6 units was locked down. So these guys was working for 12-hour shifts in the kitchen all day because we got to feed the whole other jail. Then they flipped around where we was locked down for like 5, 6 months. So now during COVID time, you in the cell, they only let you out 15 minutes for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for 15 minutes to use the shower out of 120 people in the unit or whatever. So mind you, 15 minutes goes by so fast. COVID, you in the cell all day, you eating, they not feeding you good food. It just was bad. So fortunately, like I said, I had the meeting during COVID time, and judge was like I said earlier, don't wait next week, next month, next year. Go home today to your family. You deserve it. You shouldn't have been there all this time. Gave me basically like time served, and I was out there by 3 o'clock.
Dang, that's good. So walk us
Explosive
through.
blessing. That's how God give you
Hey,
explosive blessing. You be like,
that's the
whoa.
Father. Hey, they ain't nothing but the Father. So I love it. So walk us through your mindset that you had the first day you was out. Like walk us through what it was like. Like what was you thinking? What thoughts was going through your head the first day you got out?
It was nervousness. It was definitely nervousness, and it was definitely. Oh, hello.
Yeah, you still here. I can see you.
I can't see you though.
You can't see me?
1 second. It's like you can see me.
Yeah,
Oh
I can
yeah, there
see
you
you.
go. All right, all right. Yeah, what you saying?
Yeah, I about to say I seen you when you was on the other side. I was able to see you
I
then.
ain't know what was wrong with the computer.
Oh, that's okay. I about to say I was still able to see you the whole time. But no. So I said I would just walk us through what it was like for you the very first day you got out. Like what was it like? What was you thinking and just what was it like?
Well, my father was at work, so and he's a hardworking man, so it had to get him to take off of work. He had to fly down to Cumberland, Maryland. That's where I was at in Cumberland, Maryland, to come pick me up. And it was like I said,
Turn it back around because I was able to see you when you had it the way you had it.
all right.
Yeah, I'm able to see you. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so my father picked me up, and it just was nervousness because, like I said, you know what I'm saying? Like, I swear, like the whole unit was like clapping, like they banging on the doors, giving all the stuff away. Like, man, but it was like so good because a lot of people was getting these explosive blessings in my jail. I mean, I swear to God, a lot of people came home from that jail, Cumberland, Maryland. They had the favor over that jail because a lot of people with life sentences, 2 life sentences, 5 life sentences, they were just compassion release. You deserve it. You deserve it. So just to be part of that wave of people to come home and, like I said, still connect with a lot of great men in there and be impactful. It was
I
crazy,
mean,
crazy,
was
crazy.
it like, I mean, I'm saying, like, did you get out and you was like, you know what? I'm about to go party, or did you get out and you was like, you were just nervous, like, you know what? I don't want to do
No,
nothing. I just
when I
want to get out.
came, well, the good thing, like I said, my family helped me out tremendously. My pops, my mom, my aunts, my uncles, my cousins, they all helped me out. So when I came home, I had to have a job. So I was working in Jersey doing landscaping out there with my father. So that was the good thing. I had to have a job lined up, somewhere to stay. So I was really living in New Jersey. So I'm from New York City. So New Jersey and New York City, where my father lived, was like rural area. So it was really like I just was chilling though, really just getting it. But I seen how fast the world got since I was going. Because I came home, went to see my friends and family up in state New York. So it was more slower up there. Coming to Jersey, it was a little bit more faster. But I came to New York City, it was like zoom, 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 zoom. So it was like the world just went on like a whirlwind that fast or whatever, comes from up there to down here. So it seemed like with all the scooters, the bikes, the new lanes, and just the city as a whole. They built all these skyscrapers everywhere. It was beautiful though. It was real beautiful. Just to, like I said, to be a part of it, but really take your time because, like I said, got the explosive blessing. You don't really know society. There's so many people still locked up. That's part of the case. I had a big case, so it was a lot of negative stuff surrounding my case. So it's like you just want to just make sure you safe first and foremost. You know what I mean? And you mentally prepared too, or whatever. So, but really just being financially prepared and just surrounding myself with the people that was really just pushing for me. But it was
So,
definitely
oh no, go ahead. Go ahead.
exhilarating.
So, how do you keep yourself prepared mentally? Like, what are some of the things you do to keep yourself prepared or to keep yourself on track mentally?
I pray, surround myself by great people. And just like I said, I'm still an everyday process though. You know what I mean? I've only been home over 3 years now, but it's stuff's changed so fast out here. And it'd be hard though. I ain't gonna lie, Queen. It'd be hard out here. Really, it is like it's nothing easy. It's always something going on. That mental health thing is real out here in society. So it's like you gotta be on point with things and even people, because like I said, it's so oversaturated with a lot of fake people out here. And it's like you gotta put the fake smile sometime on. You gotta know how to read the rooms. You know what I mean? Because before was like you come with the I know where that's gonna get you, you know what I mean? So now it's like really like, I see you, all right. And it's really just trying to plant good seeds out here. But you gotta
So,
surround yourself by great people that's really want the same thing like you. That's the main thing.
there you go. Yeah,
And
so
that's good.
how
That's a great
important?
thing there because a lot of people, like I said, that did come home, that did have that much time, they definitely a lot of majority of us out here doing great things and doing things that they wouldn't think that we was able to do, whether it's trucking, whether it's pet grooming, whether it's selling products on this, whether it's having your own clothing line, all these LLCs, construction business. Like I've seen so many great men that was in there that is out here doing great. And I just want to let them all know I salute them, man, because I know it could be hard because the devil work overtime, especially when you was that dude back in the days. You had that stuff, and everybody can you for that. So for you to come home now, and be like, I'm a working man. I put the flag down. I'm on some positive stuff. It's like it's hard because the kids gravitate towards stupidity. They want you to be the dumb, acting, ignorant person. Oh, your son get busy. That shit ain't lit. That shit is fake as a motherfucker. Because when he in that cell and them people put that number on him, you never know what he gonna do. You know what I mean? He don't really want that. If he do want it, he got to be something mentally wrong with you to want to live like that, to want to put yourself in a position to go in a jail cell or to get killed, or you can't travel around, live life in your own neighborhood without you risking somebody popping out under a car or do a door to try to kill you, your family, your friends. A lot of these young kids out here dying. You know, basketball players before the basketball players was like separate. Now it's like the basketball players is the. It's just crazy in society as a whole, and I just be praying for them and just try to do what I can. I know I can't save everybody, but if I save one, I know I did a lot, though. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people was there to save me when I was that age. So
I'm glad
it's
you
a
said
it's a
that.
it's a it's a no days off type of job. But I know God got us though, because we wouldn't be on this Zoom meeting right now if it wasn't that case. You know what I'm saying?
That part. You know, that part. So tell us about your business that you started, what it's called, and what inspired you to start it.
What business? Because my lady
So
called me
you
Mr.
have a lot of
LLC.
things going on. So you have a lot of things going on. So just talk to us about your main business right
My
now.
main one is Financial Freedom Forever. That's in honor of my mom. Her name is Eva.
Hey, shout
And
out
she
to
passed
mom.
away, but she used to always tell me, save some money. You never know for a rainy day. So my main one, and like I said, it's still a work in progress. Financial Freedom Forever. Where basically the overall thing is financial literacy. Because like again, when I was inside, a lot of the other people not of my race was teaching me financial literacy or whatever. And they just was telling me how they were so more advanced than us than we was because of what they was taught in school. So I was really like saying like if I know like if they taught financial literacy like as a course every day in school, that kids would be more adaptable to be greater people than they pushing out. You know what I mean? We don't know about saving, investing, assets, liability, 401ks, like stuff that you should know by the time you're in the eighth grade. You know what I mean? You should have all that stuff down packed. And the money your mother gave you, the father gave you, however you hustle, you should save some money. So you ain't got to be dependent on nobody. Like these kids nowadays, niggas is $200-$300. They want to wear the Mike and Mary, they want to wear the Chrome Hearts, they want to wear all this stuff that's expensive, but they don't realize like that stuff costs a lot of money. Parents work hard for it. And then now it's like if you can't get it, now the kid want to go scam, go rob, go be a drug dealer to think they got to get this brand or whatever they want to get. That's really just a tangible, I mean, intangible object that really don't add no value to your life. So it's like really just. But now instead of you buying the Nikes every month, why you just don't invest in Nike stock every month or whatever? You know what I mean? So it's like even if I know I'm buying them, I know I'm getting PC back some way because I got stocks in it. If I buy Apple computers, if I buy Apple phone every time it drop, or every earphone, why wouldn't I buy stocks in that? If I know I'm on Google every day, why wouldn't I buy stocks in Google? If I know Facebook every day, why wouldn't I buy stocks in Facebook? These are things that you know going to stand the test of time because they got money. So it's like wrong investment, but person to get a whole 100,000, like I'm gonna get 2 bricks. Now you might get the 2 bricks and you might flip it once. You might not flip it. It might be fake bricks. It might as soon as you get it, you might get robbed. You might get into jail. So it's not a wise investment for you. Where you was like, all right, I got 100. Besides all that, build my credit up. So now I don't even have to use my real hard cash. I can use the credit for my name. So there's a lot of things that, like I said, I'm still learning. And like I said, it's a blessing, though. Like I said, to just surround myself with people that can plant these seeds in me and show me so I can show others or whatever this thing that they might not know. And that's what like basically I do now in my job. We because like I said earlier, a lot of kids can't travel nowhere because they high risk. There's a lot of violence surrounding them. So we're teaching them customer service, how to deal with things, how to deal with stuff where they could just do calls or whatever. So really with customer service, it deals with everyday life, de-escalating things, knowing how to communicate with people, knowing how to sell your product, knowing how to read the room, You know what I mean? Just know how to be professional. So it's like a lot of things that we're teaching them and living. It's like it showed them how to just be a better person overall. So it's like I said, it's a full-time job out here just doing this good work. And but the main thing is it takes a village though. That's the main thing I get out of everything. You can't do it by yourself.
No, you can't. And that's the one thing that I really want to get back to is being a village. A lot of people don't understand. When we was younger, you remember you couldn't do nothing outside or nowhere without nobody knowing who child you was. I don't care where you was. Like everybody knew who child you was. Like, ain't you supposed to be up the street? Ain't you supposed to be right here? And it's like now if we have gotten out of that into where nobody wants nobody to say nothing to their youth. You know.
And now these
So that's
kids,
why I'm
the thing
glad
is
you
these
talked about that.
these kids, the respect is different now. Like I ain't gonna lie, around where I work at, and a lot of young kids I do know, but the majority of them I don't know, and I really don't deal with them. They definitely the disrespect is at an all-time high. Like they don't know how to communicate very well. It's always like they say SMD. Like you say you're like, what? You said S&D? What? Oh, it's lit. It's like I know I ain't gonna see you or something's gonna happen within the next couple of minutes. But now with them, it's like they don't care. And then like I said, we go to a lot of community board meetings, and they say the same thing. Like the communication connect with the kids is off, and they don't be feeling comfortable. Like the older people don't feel comfortable around them because they know they don't care about them. Then they wearing the poo shiesties, they looking cruddy, no, their pants hanging down. They just living like they don't care about life or whatever. And that'd be sad though, because and then the main thing, Queen A, this is something you got to touch on is like so much drugs out here now. Like when we was growing up, we drinking, maybe cocaine, crack. Now it's just so much different pills and
Anything
drugs
you
and
can get your hands
lean.
on.
So it's like, and then they doing it at a young age. So by the time they do get 18 to 21, their mind is fried. So then they don't.
Right.
Like I said, that's the main. But where they get it from, they see the rappers talk about in their songs, and that's where it comes. What we talked about last time, the algorithm. So now it's like if all you talk about is this, that, and the third, your phone, your computer going to just feed you this, that, and the third. So now that's all you're gonna be looking at because you majority of the time you're on your phone. You're not really paying attention. You're on your phone. So this person talking about Percocets, do the lean, smoke the crack, do this. You gonna be like, oh, it's lit. We gonna go smoke some crack. It look like the Future said it, cause Kendrick Lamar said it, cause Drake. It look lit. We glorifying the wrong things.
It's true though. That is so true. And I'm glad you touched on that. I'm glad
Yeah,
you touched on that.
you just see it though, cause older now, you like, oh, this is it's crazy out here. Like I don't see how. And then, like I said, they just glorify the wrong things and don't realize themselves is cold, them beds is hard, and that food is not hot.
It's definitely not. And then we talk about the youth, but I want to touch on this as well. I always say this: we raise these youth. So I be wondering where did
Nah,
our people go? You like our generation of people? Because like for instance, when we was young, like how we talked about, our parents was, hey, street lights come on, you gotta be in the house, you can't be in the same room with adults. It was just certain things. I couldn't even answer the phone and say, ask who was calling. It was like, you don't ask who calling. So I just feel like
that's
we got to actually talk about where did we go wrong as adults that these kids feel like they can act like that, you know?
because the phone and the tablet's the new babysitter right now.
That's that part. That's what I wanted to touch on right there.
Yeah,
There
like
you
you
go.
get the phone, the tablet, you just don't go in the corner, go get your phone, or you bring the wrong people around, or there's a lot of younger people having kids now, so that might play a part. Or you're just not paying attention to what is in your kid's phone. That's the big part with all the group checks and all that. Like I work with some young ladies, they be on their kid. They be like, they on their location, they on where they at. And I'm like, I got a young son, so I'm like, oh, this shit is real out here. Like you can't play with them because it's so much stuff that can happen in New York minute, as they say. Well, you got to make sure you on point. And I never knew about this because they didn't have locations and you can zone in on them and see. And it be just crazy what I see, but it's needed though because, like I said, so many things happen. Like now, all these kids with the dreads, You black with the dreads, with the pool shot. Y'all all look the same. So anything happened, he had dreads, he looked at 17, he didn't fit the description. Now you in jail for all the years because you want to look like somebody that everybody looks like. No self-identity. Everybody is on, like they want to be on go time and ain't got nothing to go for. And a lot of them are just going through situations and they ain't getting no money out the deal just for likes on Instagram or likes on their page. Talk about people that got killed in a negative way and looking like they glorifying it. It's crazy out here in society.
So
Like I
tell us
said,
about that for a second. Tell us about the importance of self-identity, because I think that's real important for people to understand what that is. I don't think we have a lot of that. Like you said, everybody living in a, I call it monkey see, monkey do world, where everybody want to do what the next person doing. That's the hottest thing, so I want to do it too. So can you talk a little bit about what is self-identity? Like, what is that? What is it to you?
I mean, the thing, like I said, self-identity is really doing something you love to do and not being forced to do something that you really don't know, which was so like with me, it was like in hindsight, I wasn't no drug dealer, I wasn't no robber, like I just was doing stuff just for the moment. But I know the greatness that was in me, I wasn't tapping into that because I was living a whole facade of stuff like I was in jail. Some people go in jail and they want to walk around. I was in jail like, what the hell I'm in this effort for? Like, let me get the hell up out of here. I wasn't trying to stay in there. Some people go to jail trying to stay in jail. They want to be the king of the jail. I was in the jail trying to go through the underground. Like, yo, I'm gonna go from here to the law library, get in between, get a little bit of money, and get the heck out the way. So it's like really just your self-identity is really just like I said, what you really want out of life though, or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like you gotta really tap in because when you on that when you in that, like I said, that cold cell, you know what I mean? When the shabby place where you can really think about what you want to do, you gotta really say, like when I ask people now, the kids, what you want to do? And that's something that me and my lady talk about all the time. Like they just try to push us to do construction jobs and stuff that they hard labor stuff. So we be trying to find incentive-based jobs for them to get some real money. So they could learn, like, all right, you want to be in the real estate, we're gonna help you get into real estate. You want to be in construction, you can get in construction. You want to pets, you want to sell products, you want to build your LLC, you want to get this, like we want to provide wraparound services to Financial Freedom Forever. Her business is Common Goals affiliated. Uncle Chase Foundation, we do we do the giveaways. You know what I mean? So this is the main three businesses that I deal with on a day-to-day basis, where it's like we just trying to find ways to get in where we don't have the bureaucracy over us where they dictating what we're doing to the people, whatever. Because you do want the funding, you do want the grant, but you want people on the ground with you that really understand the work that you got to put in to get the good results you need. You know what I mean? So it's like with me, it's like I'm a networker, you know what I mean? You see, I put things together, whatever. I'm not financially stable, but I know mentally I'm there to put things together with the right people to get better results or whatever. So it's like you just gotta have a vet process in your mind, knowing like, all right, if this is what I want to do, I gotta be around this person, learn this. And I might not be them, but I don't care if Uncle Chase get the praise. I don't care if Common goes get affiliated because these is my family. We all on the same path together, but they've been putting the work in longer than me, so I gotta respect that. But at the same time, I'm pushing them and they pulling me. So it's like you just gotta just surround yourself and really just tap into what you really want to do, your own self-identity. Like I said, if you want to have a clothing line, get a clothing line. But like I said, you gotta respect the process. Nothing happens overnight. Just you get an LLC, that's it. No, it's taxes involved. It's selling stuff, marketing. It's a whole lot of things you gotta go through. So, like I said, I told they call me Mr. LLC. I come home, I got 3 LLCs. I got a bouncy house business I'm still trying to get together. I got a liquidation business. I got my financial freedom forever, and I got a day job. But that's how it's like it was so many explosive blessings falling on me when I came home. I just was just overwhelmed with them, but I also never question God, though. You know what I mean? So it's like really just sitting back with them, like, all right, I'm gonna put this away over here, put this over here, but still touch on this, touching it. But that's what it goes back to. It takes a village because Without me meeting my lady and learning the business structure, I would still be lost. Without me being chased, I would just still be in Lafayette Garden. Without me partnering with my brother Diesel, I would still just be just ripping and running laws. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of key people that I dealt with since I came home that just push me in different ways or whatever. But at the same time, I know they're my glue, I'm their glue, and we just stick together just to try to push positivity to the whole world or whatever as a whole through different lenses, through different aspects, where it's not just one lane. It's like, all right, that's what you want. Are we on this? Or that's what you want. We can help you with this. Like just adding value to each other. Really, that's what I mean. That's one of my main things. I always say, add value. I don't want to get on Queen A thing and be lying to you. I gotta slap you with the truth. You know what I mean? I can't get up here
That's
lying to you.
it. That's
You know what I
it.
mean?
I
So
love
that's why
it.
it's like I add value me. Like I said, be able to vent because this is therapeutic, really, the way to get the stuff out where it's like I now I can tap into your demographic out in Ohio. Shout out to all the people in Ohio. I know y'all work hard out there. That's one thing I was in a lot of jail, a lot of Ohio. They said y'all the blue steel workers, y'all got your job, y'all out there focused, y'all do your thing out there. Shout out to Ohio and all the people out there that support Queen A. And like I said, this is where Ohio and New York City connect and just bridge these gaps where it's like people in Ohio might think New York City is this great place. And it's I call it the big city of dreams and nightmares. You know what I mean? Like you could dream good, but it could be a nightmare in a heartbeat or whatever. So you just gotta, you know what I mean? And anywhere in life, because like I said earlier, you think your borough, your New York City is the best. It's beautiful things happen all over the world, and it's crazy things happen all over the world. But the main thing you just want to tap into the beauty of it or whatever, because tomorrow ain't promised and things could go left any given moment, and you just want to try to make it right by the time you're here.
That part. And you also, which is why you do a lot in the community. So tell us about other things that you got going on in the community that you do besides, the financial freedom. Tell us about other things because you have a lot going on. So just talk to the people a little bit about,
Well, like
some
I
of the.
said, the financial freedom forever is something that I'm working on, really getting together. And that's my for-profit with the nonprofit. Like I said, I work with Common Goals affiliate where we're teaching people the tax platform right now. Where if you want to learn taxes, business, how to do payroll, anything that's uh PMP, right? Project manager, right? That's what it's called, PMP. Denise?
Yep, project management professionals.
Project management professionals. We teaching them stuff like that, and then we have people in the real estate world that we doing stuff with them. Um, Uncle Chase Foundation. We got so much good stuff coming. We got concerts. We working with Video Music Box. Ralph McDaniel. He doing a birthday party for him soon with Ralph McDaniel for Video Music Box soon. Um, we just, like I said, we just really just spread love to Brooklyn way. That's all I could say. Like I said, but the world just deserve it because we got so much stuff from different people. I work with the Mel Korn Foundation, where they do cure violence through education, and we do giveaways. We feed the migrants. Yeah, last night we went to Madison Square Garden, got a whole lot of food from Madison Square Garden. So we go feed people, the migrants, the people in the community. We ride around, just get people like I can't get on the train, so I'm on the train feeding the homeless people on the train food. We get stuff from the Yankee Stadium, the Garden. I mean, God is just overwhelming. It's like it's supposed to, and we need more people. That's the thing out here. Like I said, it's only all I see is my man Dorian really doing it, whatever. And this is a person that was my daughter's godfather. I knew him before, but I didn't know him. So I come home, he works right in the same community as me. And he just was, I'm like, and you think you doing a lot of good. You see this person, like,
Right.
God damn, you doing great. So it's like him being part of my family before I really knew him like that, and just seeing what the work he put in, I just help him out when I can, do that good stuff. Because like I said, this is supposed to blessing. Chase, we get a lot of donations from Amazon and different stuff. So to have Jeff Bezos on your team and the Amazon people where they come donate stuff to us that we could give to all communities is a blessing. I work with so many people out there. It's like, are you ready? Relearn, grow. It's just like a lot of people. It takes a village, though. You know, like I said, with switching lifestyles, with this, it's just like it's only one me. But the thing is, what I want to get is like we need more young people that really want to give back to the community instead of destroying the community. You know what I mean? Dorian, like I say, he just was in a accident. He can't. But it's like it's only one him. I don't see nobody really we could pass the torch to because people they want money right now. They want this right now. So it's like, mind you, this man worked 2 jobs and he still found time to do that. And he gotta take care of family and all that. So it's like you gotta know how to do good work or whatever, but you still can give your community. And so even like I said, with my lady, she showed me like people don't understand when you do community-based work, you can use it tax write-off or whatever, saying, yo, you see what I did for my community, use it for your tax or whatever. So we want to show people like you can give and still get at the same time. Because that's why you think people just donate to you just because they want to donate. They want to use it for tax write-offs or whatever. If it's sitting at warehouse just collecting dust, it's just collecting dust. But if I give it to this person and they say, oh, well, this has been I could do something with it. Now you can say, well, my business gave this person this, and then I'm writing it off and I'm doing this for this or whatever. So it adds value to each other because you couldn't do nothing with it. I could do something with it and spread love to 50, 100 families or whatever. So, like I said, partner with these great companies and the great people around me that's doing great things. They've been doing great things, and like we adding value to each other. I mean, like I said, he working out here. God is on it. He know he know what's going on. You know what I mean? He know he need the soldiers out here. He know he need these great men, great women out here, the queens, the kings, to do great things out here. Because we gotta it's our time. You know what I mean? We done drag the sword. I mean the cross. We done got whipped. We done got stoned. We done got beat mentally, physically, spiritually. So for the few that's out here that could add value to each other, let's just do that. You know what I mean? Let's bridge these gaps. Don't say, all right, if Queen A ain't paying me $1,000, I don't want to get on a podcast. What is a blessing when you can't bury your blessings in the sand? It really, I look at burying blessings in is like when you're dead, the blessings that you had in you that you could have gave to others that could have lived forever is gone. So why would I want to die knowing I could connect these great people or do this great thing or just plant this great seed that somebody had? The time is now. Like I didn't know about this before, so I was doing it in jail. And now I'm like, oh God, you just keep raining on me. Dang, what can I do? All these blessings. Oh, I gotta give it away. I can't keep all these, but I ain't gonna bury them in sin. God, yeah, you. And it can be overwhelming, overburdening because you only get 24 in a day. But at the same time, you could spread it out. You gotta know how to compartmentalize. You know how to gotta take care of the main things in your life, family, the time. You gotta work. But at the same time, you got to give too. You know what I mean? You got to give to get, and you got to know like that's what we're here for to build palaces. You know what I mean? To plant, do great things. To learn. It's always 1 second. It's always good to just keep learning, and taking no days off with that or whatever.
Yes,
1 second,
yes.
Queen. 1 second.
Yes. Y'all, so I hope y'all getting some value from this right here because I want to tell y'all this is for a lot of my young men, especially out there. If you ever felt like this the path that you have to go on, this right here lets you know this ain't the path that you have to go on. You don't have to do that. You can change at any given time, and you have the choice, y'all. You have the choice. Nobody else. It's you. So I hope when y'all listening to this, y'all definitely taking some value. And for y'all young men, take note and understand that it starts with you know, and you are what you dictate your thoughts. This is what I love to say. I'm just saying this. Your thought dictates who you truly are. So I have a quote on my wall that says, whether you think you can or think you can't, you are right. And that is the truth. Because you are truly what you think you are. So I really want y'all and if you listen to what he said when he in jail, he knew. He already knew this ain't for me. He didn't have to tell himself. Like he knew, like this ain't for me. I need to do something else. So he already was thinking that wasn't for him. He already was telling himself that this is what I'm gonna be. This is what I gotta do before it even happened. So I want y'all to understand how important that quote is. Like it really is truly, he don't even understand how much he was pulling. He was pulling the universe towards him and ain't even realized it just by his thoughts. Like I'm a heavy believer in thoughts. And if y'all listen to me a lot, y'all know how heavy I really truly feel on thoughts. So I want to tell you, Mr. Sessoms, I like truly appreciate you being here and sharing everything with especially these young men because they need to hear it. But before we
Amen.
tell people how can they get in contact with you, if somebody is in New York or wherever they are, and they're like, you know what, they can be over here in Ohio, they're like, I need to talk to him and see how can they reach out to you. Do you have an email address, a website, or how can they reach out to you?
My email is James Sessoms, JamesSessoms 777 My Instagram is doc_the legend THALEGEND. And my phone number is 929-462-6822. So if you really like it, you know how it was, Queen. We look how we met. On a humble. We was, and mind you,
Yes.
like, I'm gonna just tell the story like this. Like that's my first time ever doing an event. That's how God is so great. Let me tell y'all. I was got to read out how we met. I had my bouncy house business. So I came to my office and I'm on a Zoom meeting with Terrell. And we just talking, and I'm like, yeah, I need to scale my business, la 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 la.
Mhm.
So he started telling me what he's into. So I'm telling him what I'm into. He's like, wow, you got a lot of good stuff going on, bro. I see why you can't, because you got too much stuff going on. Usually, like I said, just doing the most. That's what they call it, doing the most. So then he said, yeah, I got this event coming up, la 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 la. I said,
Mhm.
well, I'm at my space with I got a whole office in, oh yeah, I got a whole office in, what I got a whole office in Lower Manhattan, right down by World Trade Center. He's like, what? I said, yeah, bro, like, and this is how God work. I was working for a company at the office space, and they had like a meet and greet one day on Thursday, and this
Mhm.
lady came and told me how I could get my own office there. So that was a Thursday. By that Monday, the company I was working for, they kicked them out. They're like, no, you can't have your people there. I like, well, I ain't going away because I already got an office here. So it's on, as you've seen, Queen A is beautiful. It's in the World Trade, it's like right there by the World Trade Center, opulent place, beautiful. So I'm like, so they like, oh, this guy, and mind you, I'm just coming home, only been home like a year and a half. I got an office on Wall Street. So now my friend, I showed them. Now my other friend, my best friend Diesel, he got an office on Wall Street by the Bull. His is down the block by the Bull. So we went from being in the projects to having offices on Wall Street. And then now we had an office on Wall Street. I talked to because Terrell had trying to sell me his products, how he could show me scale my business on Instagram, do this, that, and there. I ended up selling him my problem. Like, yo, you can do your event here. And that's how we met. Point A, I started, we ended up
Yes.
doing an event together. We got what we got out of that, but we just, like I said, just networking and bonding, and you playing season in my head, I'm playing season in your head, and we're like, oh, let's see how we can put something together. And this is how we end up on a Zoom meeting, just from this being in the right place, the right time, around the right people, but just like-minded people that just, like I said, you know how the energy, your thoughts, like we was thinking the same thing, like, and the main thing I love about you, what your son there, you travel. And remember, you said you went through a lot of trials and tribulations to get there. There's a lot going on. I remember clear as day,
Yes.
when you got
Yes.
there and you planned to see it, and your son was so excited. We took the pictures, we was vibing. And like you said, you let him, from my perspective, I watched this video. Very talented young man. Salute your son. I
Thank
hope he's
you.
doing, I know he's about to be on the Grammy soon. So please don't forget me when you get your Grammy nomination.
Hey, we family now. Look, we all family. Me, you, your girl, we all family now. So,
Exactly. And like I
um,
said, this how seeds is growing, this how bridges is built,
yes,
this how great things can happen. Because like I said, with Finding the Freedom Forever, I know my thing is endowment, but like I said, my lady, my wife thing, you might would say, hers is already ready. You know what I mean?
why?
Comic Goes affiliated, she already doing things, she's planting seeds, she could train people in all 50 states. So I'm so happy for her because she's pushing her thing. Uncle Chase, we do things here, but now we talk about doing concerts that's going to go across the United States. We started with this. So it's like, and just being around people and pushing your own thing, and they helping pulling you and pushing. It's just like, it's time, Queen. It's time for us to get back our thrones. They done threw rocks at the throne. They done dragged us through the mud. But what don't kill you only make you stronger and wiser. You know what I mean? So it's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. Because
It's
even if
time.
anything ain't anything is you can't promise anything, you know what I mean? But except for
That's not true.
all right. I said, you can't promise anything, and that's why one of my main tattoos I have is cherish your life, because death is the only thing that's promised. So that's what we gotta do more, start cherishing things and planting good seeds and like I said, just doing great things out here.
That's a deep quote. You know, and I like that because, like you said, death is the only thing that you promise. So I love that quote.
So you get in here,
And
that's the only thing that you know is unfortunately promised. So like while we're here, we got to make the best of it.
yes, and networking, like you told them, like we met on a humble, just from us. Like I'm from Ohio, he's from New York. So if I had never even took that chance and went to New York, because like he said, me and my son, we went through so much to get to New York. It was crazy, but we got there and it was awesome. It was amazing. And my son, he's doing great. I wish he was here. He ain't here, but he's doing great as well. And you'll see him again. Like I said, we networking, and I want people to understand it's not about trying to keep a secret sauce. It's about spreading that sauce, spread love. Like it don't matter if you can't do something. And one thing you said that I'm very, I do all the time. I love to network. If I can help, I'm a help. It's not about the dollar. And I want y'all to understand, if you help, if you open your heart, you'd be surprised at them checks that'll come. They'll start the checks will come. And y'all know me, I always tell people, you focus on the bag first, you already lost. So if you focus on the bag, you already done lost. If you ain't focused on building
Impact.
nobody up, or that's it right there. If you ain't focused on that, you already done lost. So, I don't want to keep you on here because I know we'll be on here all day, but
I love
before
it
we
though. Like I
leave,
said, you my therapist now.
hey,
Queen A the therapist. That's your
hey,
new thing.
hey, we here now. And like I said, we family because I really want to see, what we can do. Maybe we can put a webinar together or something. We can do something,
Yeah, because it's crazy because like I said, I'm gonna keep it honest. Like when I came
mhm,
home, because like I have a big case. My case was in Dawn Diva magazine, the Fed magazine. So I was in like a lot of big publications while I was in there. But in there, and when I was doing it, and I like wrote my thing up, I've always been like, that's how God works. So like, I don't like glorifying the negative. I really want to focus on positive stuff I'm doing now. And like I say, if I talk about all the 30 years I've doing, it'd be exciting, but it wouldn't fulfill me though. I wouldn't feel like I'm getting a good message across because I don't want kids thinking it's cool to do that stuff. Where it's like I'm glorifying, I was a shooter, I was a robber. Now you might go in your head like, oh, if that's just the basis of it, where it's like, but I want to really focus more on the positive that not only I'm doing out here, other people doing. So I do have a podcast I'm putting together. I'm working with this place called Brick where they're training me and teaching me the different things through the the camera, the lens, because I done did a lot of people podcasts out here. And like I
right,
said, and but the main thing is coming home, a lot of people did this stuff about our story because of who I was, my co-defendants was, what our name was, C and B. It's like it was a lot of hoopla. So it's like coming home, that's what it's like mentally throw you off because like you change, but people still look at you as being Popsy before. Like I'm
right,
James now, I'm Doc Holliday, I'm doing Give, but they Popsy was a wild dude. He was doing this, that, and the third. So it's like the transition with that, it was like really still an everyday struggle because I'm blessed to be able to do the work. I'm blessed to be able to do it, but it's like we need more resources. We need more people like you so we can bridge these gaps, so we can spread this message or whatever, not buried in the sand. Because if we ain't getting it out there, it's worthless. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm blessed to be more tangible, where we could talk, we could correlate, and we could get these good things that we're trying to do for the future out there. So I definitely appreciate you, Queen, for having me on here. You know what I mean? To tap into your people out there in Ohio and all over the world that like I said, the Queen, I give it to you. I run the world. Y'all really know how to keep things together and really pillars of the earth, you know what I mean? Without y'all, it's no us, literally, you know what I mean? And when you're young, you don't realize how powerful women are, but y'all are very, very, very powerful. And y'all do a lot of great things or whatever behind the scenes that people don't give y'all flowers. So I just want to give you your flowers, all the ladies out there in the world that do great things for society as a whole, that's trying to keep their kids safe, like really tap into your kids. Try to, like I said, y'all the pillars of the earth. Y'all bring families back together. That's the thing. Like all right, I know everybody want to do Friendsgiving and Friendsmas, but we need family days, whatever. I know people separate. We need stuff where we could build, bond, where I could come to Ohio and feel like my family feel like your family. Where I ain't gotta feel like I'm going somewhere. I'll stick it like a sore thumb. We opened you with open arms out here. We opened your son with open arms. You know, some people like, oh, New York City this or Brooklyn that. Nah,
No, it
that
was
was a
not.
stigma, you know what I mean? That they put on like I was in jail all across the United States and I was the same person. I got Brooklyn branded on me, but I don't let that dignify me, you know what I mean? What they perceive with Brooklyn to be. And that's why I was like, bridge gap where you could come out here, we could have a good time, we could go chill in the office, we could have events, we could talk. Like I said, my podcast I'm putting together is Pushing
So do
Only
you have a name?
Positivity.
Oh, okay. I was just
Pop
about to
out,
ask the
pop out. I
name.
call it pop out. So my name, they call me
Okay,
Pop C. Pop out.
okay. Because I'm gonna write
So
that
it's
down.
called definitely gotta have you on there.
Oh yeah, I'm writing that down. So where it's gonna be located at so the people know where
Well,
to
that's a
watch it
good
at.
thing with me. That's why I want to get more to the cameras because like the good thing with my office, I have office spaces all over the world. So I don't just have that one right there in the city. I have them all over the United States. So I really want to, like I said, once things get together, where I could, that's why I call it the pop out. Where now it's called Pushing Only Positivity Outside Using Technology. So
Okay.
like pop out and it's like I said, have people like you. We talk about positive stuff, the positive things you're doing, the positive thing that's going on in society, who people you want to give your flowers to. You know what I mean? Just really just giving people their flowers that's doing the work out there, that's planting the seeds, that's really that don't really you don't know about or whatever, or people that's formerly incarcerated that came home and changed their life. That's saying, like, yo, you don't want that for me. You know what I mean? Women that's doing great things. This, like I said, this pushing only positivity because, like I said, with the algorithms, if you want to the negative stuff, the BS, the stuff that ain't gonna add no value to life, your phone, your friends, your computer gonna feed it you. So I want to be able to have a where you want you to push a pop out, I'm feeding positive with financial freedom. I want to give you financial literacy. I want to have you on the phone with a financial coach. I want to be able to, you want to learn tax. I want to just feed you blessings though. You know what I mean? I want to be able to give you what you deserve in a way. I don't want you to be like, all right, know how to design clothes, but I'm gonna go work construction. No, I'm gonna show you how to set the LLC, give you wraparound service or whatever. You know what I mean? Where it's like anything your heart desires, we trying to fulfill it or whatever. You know what I mean? If we can't, we try to lead you in the right direction because so many people out here gatekeepers. If it ain't them, it ain't nothing, or they don't want to spread it. They want to keep it. Like, oh, I got
That
this. I
part
don't want
right
to let
there.
you go. You can't take it with you. Ain't go. I ain't never see a hearse behind a coffin. I ain't see you bury your money. I ain't never see your brain is going. So it's like we gotta do this though. I guess it's the only time. Like you said, I don't care who in office. Is Trump in office? I still gotta do what I gotta do. Like when I was selling drugs, I didn't care if it was a cop in front of the building. I still had to do what I gotta do. I didn't care if that person had a gun. I still did what I had to do because I was living that life. But now it's like no matter who in office, no matter who I'm around, I know I gotta do what I do the right way. But you gotta surround yourself by the right people to get the right results. Because no matter who in office, there's always ways to get this good money. Invest in some stocks, invest in some businesses, invest in yourself, invest in your brain, invest in your life, invest in your health, invest in your wealth. It's investing in each other, investing in your family. Like, you know what I mean? That your cousin go pick him up. Your daughter go out with her. You know what I mean? Things that I'm talking, I gotta start living more, you know what I mean? Because I came home, I had a newborn son, and I got a 30-year-old daughter. So it's like,
Right.
I got a lady, I got work, I got all these nonprofits, I got my for-profit. So it's like I got a lot going on, but I got a village though to make it keep it together though. You know what I mean? So it's like I can sleep a little bit better at night, knowing that God got me, you know what I mean? He got us. We got us, you know what I mean?
That
You see
part.
how determined I wasn't gonna zoom in? You should have seen me yesterday running around this building. I'm on a rooftop like this, like back in the day, like Ralph Cramden on a honeymoon is trying to fit the satellite. The train, 'cause I live by the train station in the Bronx. So train go by, that break out, then my computer it's a lot because I'm not computer literate. So that's one thing I do need help with, learning more computer literacy, stuff like that. But God made a way, like the devil was working. I got you again. No, 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 no.
Hey,
I got
hey.
I got 5 computers in here. One of them gonna get me to the Queen A. I
And
don't
that
care what I
part,
gotta
you
do.
know what I mean? We like, hey, he worked, but we work overtime. That's
Yeah,
what we
because
like
like I
to
said,
say.
it means a lot showing up for people that showed up for you. Like you travel long, hard, and fast to get to my event, and you help me support me. So if I can't do what I gotta do to support you in your vision, your dream, then who am I? You know what I mean? What am I wasting my life for when you not only you and your sons, you had to travel, get fed, get this just to get these blessings to connect, you know what I mean? Just to and go back. And that was almost probably a year almost ago. But we
Yep.
still, you know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
the in sync or whatever, you know what I mean? Life be life, though. I know that much.
Hey,
He
definitely
take
be lifing. It definitely be lifing.
but you guys, like I said, and I had someone like I said, my son's birthday was just last week. My grandson's birthday was yesterday.
Oh, well, happy birthday to everybody.
Yeah.
Happy
My
birthday. So
stepdaughter birthday
Queen
was the day
A,
after her, my grandson. So it was a lot, like back to back to back to back. And I gotta
man.
go to work.
Oh,
But
wow.
I gotta put the work in too, though, to get to work, though. You know what I mean? So it's like this is the things I do. That's why I said thank God I could come here, vent, let it out, and just like I said, know that it ain't gonna get buried in the sand no more. Cause we're gonna, like I said, bridge these gaps, plant these seeds, and fill your thoughts. So I know you always about the thoughts and your ideas with good things. So when you wake up and you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh, I'm thinking, dreaming about what Queen A said. Let me go get this job. Let me go put this business together. Let me go connect with this person that I know I've been holding off. You know what I mean? Let me go talk to my grandma. Let me say it wasn't worth it arguing because a lot of people we argue and then with our family, and then we get the Facebook friends think they your real family. Like sometimes you gotta be like, hey, it ain't even worth it. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to somebody dead or gone, and then you start thinking about certain things that you wish you could have fixed or whatever. You know what I mean? Any people that did you wrong, sometimes you just gotta let them go. You can't let that hardship sit in your brain because now they holding the hardship over your brain where they live in their life. So even people that did you wrong, sometimes you just gotta let it go because it's a big world out there. You don't have to see them, you have to deal with it. And if you do see them, you just gonna say, you know what, thank you, God, for giving me this lesson, this blessing, and let me learn from it. And it didn't kill me. It made me stronger. You know what I mean? So it's a lot that we gotta do, but we gotta learn, but we gotta just be receptive and understand ourselves. And that's what it was. I wasn't understanding myself as a young man. I was living a lie, I was living a facade because I thought what was out there was the right thing to do because I didn't know. I thought I was providing for my daughter. I thought the selling drugs was gonna last forever. I thought I was gonna be because I was a great dad, but I just wasn't had a great mind. Then one fateful day, they came and swooped in, and things was never the same.
That part. I like how you said one faithful day.
It was
Right.
a fateful day. I woke up, and then, oh, you going here for this, and then you see the Fed, then you see this, then you see that. You're like, what the ham salmon feds? I ain't Rockefeller. I ain't no mall person. I ain't got
Right.
no $1 million. I barely had $300-400 in my pocket, and probably not even that saved up at the time because you just do this, do that, thinking, oh, it's gonna last forever. Now you got to depend on this person to get this done. This person, now this girl's going, this person's going. So it's like it wasn't worth it. None of that was worth it. But
I love
it wasn't
I,
worth it, but it was worth it to be able to talk about it, to not live through it, and to say that I don't want you to go through my hell. You know what I mean? I want, you know what I mean, my hell to be your heavy. Like, oh, word, yeah, I know my man Pops. Yo, yeah, I seen something in there. Yeah, he was in there. He had that time. He ain't, but I always was smiling. Always was. You know what I mean? It wasn't bad energy. You know what I mean? And like I said, the results came fruition. We outside, doing great things with Queen A, and we slap you
hey,
with the truth.
hey, you hear me? Bop, bop, bop. Y'all know that's what we do. Bop, bop, bop. It's like, nah,
Sometimes
no,
you
but
gotta slap, but you gotta lift the
breathe.
back of your hand like a pimp.
Hey, hey,
And then
that's that
slap
good
you with it.
slap. Hey, that's that good. That's them back in the day slaps. They don't know nothing about that. See, y'all just fresh don't know nothing about. See, we got slapped
Yeah,
real good. We had to go
yeah,
pick limbs and stuff from trees.
that's slap with the truth after dark when you get to the exit, the crazy version of how it could you really get crazy out there because it's bad in these streets or whatever. And like I said, there's so many guns out here. They feeding the gun, the drugs, the liquor. That turn you to I call it the Tupac juice because every time you drunk, you tough Tony. It's like we got, like you said, we gotta get our identity back. We gotta realize we're royalty. We gotta pick our pants up, put the belts on, clean our face. Even if you got dressed, look clean, look presentable. You know what I mean? Because you just never know who you're around, who's gonna be the next person that could bless you to take you to the next level, or to take you out of where you at. You think you need to be. We gotta have us. We gotta, like I said, we gotta really uplift each other instead of saying, "Oh, I don't care about him." No, I care about these kids. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these people They do things just for the check. They don't really care about the community. They doing things for the facade, or the main thing, they doing it for the gram. Know what I mean? Like we
That
really,
part.
me and my people I work with, we really outside. We really putting our work in. And it's like I said, that's why I couldn't just work with one organization because there's so much things that need to be done. I know with one organization I deal with at risk, with one organization I deal with community, with one organization I deal with finance, with one organization I deal with. So like you got to know how to just separate the thing, but you know the result at the end. You know what I mean? And it could be a lot, but like I said, it takes a village, and we all need help or whatever. So if you out here, you on this, you got my number, you got my email, you got my Instagram. Let's build these bridges and build these towers and these platforms out here. You know what I mean? Because all I see surround me is like other cultures taken away from our culture. We out here putting the work and building these buildings, but we can't afford a building in there because it's 1.2 million.
Right.
So they send you to a project where it's 10,000 or 1,600 people living in the project on top of each other like crabs in a barrel. So it's like you see the family under you, they might look like they live in the opulent life, so you might hate on them, and now your kids go to school because it's like it's a lot out here that we gotta really just learn how to add value to each other, help each other out more. You know what I mean? Don't shun the next family, don't shun the next people, because my friend Dorian was saying that yesterday, even people that got jobs that living good, they still need the food that we donate, that we get to them or whatever. It ain't just the homeless people, the migrants and stuff like that. Regular people look forward to my friend pulling up with them burgers and them franks and them sandwiches
Marie.
and the meals, because it's hard out here, you know what I mean? And you gotta just you gotta give to get or whatever, you know what I mean? But we need more people like us that really want to spread the love or whatever. That's not selfish though, not selfish minded.
Right.
That then be like, all right, I'm from Queen A, I'm in Ohio. I only want my Ohio people on here. I don't care about nobody. No, Queen A want to spread this Ohio, from Ohio, New York City to California to Hawaii.
Everywhere.
It's Queen A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It's King
That
A.
part.
There's a whole lot of us out here. So
Yes.
that's what it says. It takes a village, though, or whatever. And we need queens like that to let y'all young ladies know what it is, and have people like me to know what type of men you need to be around, and the type of men you need to invest in, what type of time you need to be on, because y'all really run the world or whatever. So be respectful to yourself, know how to carry yourself, know how to
And I want to
know.
correct that real quick. I want to say this. I want to say I believe we run the world together. That's what makes the world unique.
Yeah,
When
add
we
value
understand
again.
that that's what the balance is. The scale is balanced. And it's like, because yeah, we might bring it, we might bring forth to you, but guess what? We still can't bring them forth without y'all. Right?
You're right.
So I like to say balance. And when we learn that, like we both, like men and women. And that's what the youth need to see, that we both run. It ain't no, women or men. No, the balance, both. Because guess what? Where we lack at, that's what we got y'all for. And where y'all lack at, that's what we for. And that's what makes it balanced. So I just want to let you know that I believe all that. So before we leave and get
Come,
off here today, I just want to ask you, do you got anything you want to leave the people with before we get up off of here?
but
Do you
say it
got
again.
any
I can't hear you. I
you got
apologize.
That's okay. Before we get up off of here, do you got anything you want to leave them with or tell them, before we get up off of here today?
I mean, again, thank you for your time, for listening in, for tuning in, for whatever. I know it's, like I said, a lot going on, but like I said, we just appreciate your time, because I know it's not many hours in a day, not much time to really get these seeds planted in your head. You know what I mean? So hopefully, like, you listen to what we said. This is what we trying to show y'all that, like I said, live your life to the fullest like a queen and a king. You know what I mean? Don't settle for less. Don't live like a pauper out here. Don't have a pauper's mentality. Don't have a depleted mentality. Fill your thoughts with great things, because great things can happen if you fill your thoughts with it. If I would have been where I was at, talking about I'm never going home, then I would never be home. If I was around people that were saying, "Oh, you ain't gonna make it," I would never make it. If I was around people that didn't want the best for me, I wouldn't have the best. I wouldn't live where I live right now, having offices and nice cribs and doing great things. And this was all God's work, though. You know what I mean? He just was like, "Yo, you deserve it. You done been through the mud, and we all deserve it, because I know we all been through the mud. No matter where you from in the world, we've been through a lot, but it's a lot we can still do. A lot of great things we can do out here together. And like I said, we got to have us, you know what I mean? We got to help each other. We got to make sure that we stay connected. And like I said, the mothers, the fathers, stay on tune with your kids, be on their phone, the group chat. Don't let them go away at an early age. Don't let the phone and tablet be the babysitter. You find somebody reliable, you be reliable, because it's a whole lot of radiation coming from these things, a whole lot of stuff that go on in these things that we can't control. So while you live your best life, you might be planting seeing your kid to live his worst life or whatever. So just stay in tune with that. Try to teach them financial literacy, whatever way possible, whoever you around you. Just like I said, please, that's very important. Don't let them just spend money aimlessly. Teach them about investing, teach them about saving, teach them about planting seeds for the future so you can invest short term, long term for retirement. But teach them that now, because that's important, because they think money growing trees, literally, or whatever. And there's a lot of ways to make money, but they got to realize they got to know how to the value of money, the value of what it takes to get to that level where you could be able to afford this stuff. But some stuff you're trying to afford ain't worth even purchasing. You know what I mean? What's worth purchasing is knowledge, stuff that you could use to feed your family, to feed the crowd, to feed the streets, to feed the world, or whatever. Stuff that's priceless. You can't put a price tag on learning something that's gonna last with you forever. You buy that bag, this Louis bag, it's there for a moment, but it ain't gonna be there forever. It's gonna lose its value. It might be 2,000 a day, but next week's gonna be 1,000. So that knowledge you learn and being able to apply it and doing something you love, it take you further in life or whatever than anything or whatever this priceless or whatever. And like I said, just again, thank y'all for listening in. James Sessoms, aka Popsy, Brooklyn, New York, Lafayette Gardens, LG, doing great things out here with the Queen. King James is here to hold it down and do what and not the King James from Cleveland, Ohio. I don't want to take no, I know y'all got the real King James from I don't want no smoke with Ohio, so I just saying that's my son named King James, so that's his name, you know what I mean? So I gave y'all props, but like I said, we all kings out here, we all queens out here doing great things out here, so we gotta live like royalty because it's in our blood.
Yes,
It's
and I
all
want
through
to
our veins.
yes, and I want to thank you again. And like you said, we all kings and queens. And this, I want y'all to understand and take from this podcast, spread the love everywhere. It's not about a neighborhood, because like they say, New York, they showed me the most love every time I go to New York. I go to New York for the last 3 years. I've been going every year. And every time I go, I done been on Times Square. Wherever I go, they don't show me nothing but love. So I want y'all to understand, I got a lot of love in New York. I love my East Coast. You know what I mean? I love the West Coast. I love the South. I love it all. So just know, because I know I got my Jamaican people on here that be watching me too. I know y'all been on it, like, don't forget about us. So I love all y'all, So I really want to tell y'all thank you. And thank you again, Mr. Sessoms. And we'll be back. Don't worry. We're going to come back. We're going to have something for y'all. And actually, we're going to bring his wife on here one time, because he don't know.
Yeah, she said she would definitely come on the next episode, though. She got a whole lot of truth to smack you with, too.
Hey, so we gonna be, so y'all gonna hear, so y'all heard it from the king side in the house. So we gonna reach out to the wife so y'all can hear it from the queen side in the house as well out there. So thank you again, Mr. Sessom, and thank wifey for allowing you to be here today. And we want y'all to know that we don't say nothing but our love out. And if nobody else love y'all already know what I'm about to tell y'all before we end this podcast, right? Queen A does later, and thank you again for being here. Later.
Later.